one. Austin.
Hey, we're back. Welcome to Wondrous Wildemount, episode
72.
71? 2?
2.
2. Damn it.
Close. So close.
We're back.
Hell yeah. Dev, if you'd like to read your recap.
Sure. We gather our things to make our way to Tor's people, now under Mythborough, the lair of Geladon the Nightmare in Ivory. Before our departure, the egg hatch. Some form of astral bird that Tor named Nebula, Nebby for short. Soon after leaving Uthdurn, Martel offered us his spellcraft as shelter, something that he had kept private for himself until now. We came to a respectful understanding in the morning, right before he left. I know not where Martel Knox ventures next. I can only wish for him to be as duplicitous and mischievous with his next endeavor as his last, and for us to run into more forthcoming people going forward. Still, I think we'll feel his absence, especially as we've just been surrounded.
Surrounded by Art's next character.
Yeah.
Yes, the 4 ice trolls.
Yes.
He's all four of
ice
them.
trolls
Yeah,
in a
he's
trench
just
coat.
he's Naruto.
It's a really long trench coat.
Speaking of this combat, Colby, would you like to control Papa V?
Oh, okay. You had one
Biggest
muscles.
control
How
daddy.
about 2 muscles?
You've had first muscles, yes, but what of second muscles?
Good, because I have to control Adelaide.
CJ, it's funny how you said that because I was straight up watching The Hobbit earlier this week.
Yeah, I say that all the time, though.
That's true.
You do. And because you say that all the time, it got into my brain today in RP time.
I
And I
couldn't be
said-
happier.
There were 2 trains that got bugged out, and they were just like stuck on the tracks. And I said, "You've heard of first train, yes, but what of second train?" Nobody laughed, but I did.
And really,
That's all that matters,
hilarious.
Nova. As long as you're laughing, that's all that matters.
Austin, did you get a haircut?
Nova, you peaked at. I'm a
No,
runner
I just
Claudette.
styled my hair because I
I
had a
really
date
did.
earlier.
Alright. He is also barbarian. He is just a level 10 ancestral guardian one.
He's lower
Oh.
level than us?
Yeah.
He started higher.
Yeah. He hasn't done like anything to level up. He got sick.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Uh
I feel that, buddy.
Alright. Well, let's roll initiative as these 4 trolls have sort of crept over the tree and are staring at you menacingly.
They're just staring at us. Menacingly.
Where would I be?
Wherever you want. As
Okay.
far as like
Next
close
to me,
them.
baby girl.
We also need a
That's
frog on the map.
Oh shoot, I thought the frog was already on the map. The frog's not on the map. Allow me to enter stage right, frog.
Oh my god, not Nova.
Not CJ. It's a
Now-
Junkrat profile.
we got
Okay, everybody.
Weird Nova CJ.
Everything
is
is
right
right
here.
I rolled an 8.
Gang's all here.
Hey, so this could be a good or a bad session for Rogue. We don't know yet.
It's just an average session.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, one rolled lower than me.
Rare.
The music is crazy.
I'm into it.
I just gotta roll for Adelaide. I'm pretty much just gonna be healbot. I don't want to fuck with her spells too much.
Oh no. I
That's
hate
acceptable.
that. That's terrible.
Well, I'm
Well,
just saying,
you
like,
also
don't
know-
count on a dragon coming out. Like,
Well, we do know one thing we can always count on, and that's guided battery.
And
Very
sacred
true.
flame.
You like that?
oh, that was
I know-
TM.
Did I ever actually ask for the stats on the gun that you gave me?
It's a +2, essentially heavy crossbow.
Heavy crossbow.
Yeah, it does the D10 of piercing.
Plus
Colby, can you roll me a D8?
That's a lot more damage than I thought, CJ, not gonna lie. I didn't realize it was gonna be a D10, otherwise I would have kept that shit for myself.
Fuck you.
Yours to a
I'm
D10
joking.
was a D6.
I know, I'm joking.
You feel some sort of calm and like you've seen this before, Tor, as you move a little faster.
Oh, okay.
August, you are first to
Ah.
act.
Help. Okay. I will be casting gun. Because they look very scary. I'm gonna start from the bottom. So I'll get that guy on the bottom.
Copy that. It'll hit.
And
Copy
of
that.
course, on the second one, I will do Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Oh,
Damn!
Excuse me.
Angry bird is angry.
Oh my,
Jesus.
oh my God, Nova.
all I can do is old man noises. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't trigger me to do that because I will.
50 damage.
God damn, that's a crit.
My face.
Okay. Tuanoth is up.
Nova, which one did you cast
Yeah.
gun on?
The bottom one.
Bottom
Thank
one.
you.
Well, seeing as Tor's on the top and Tua's on the bottom, Tua's gonna post up, protecting the guys on the bottom. So he's gonna rage,
Okay.
and he's going to leap over Addy and Bubs. I mean, he can move 60 on his first go. God, do I want to? He doesn't have any like ranged or anything now.
Nope.
He ain't Tor.
Nope.
All right. So
He has tank.
yeah. He's not going to go far in front because he wants to keep them within his guardians. So he's going to jump in front of them protectively, probably like right here.
Okay.
How far out does that leave him? 5. What's the? Anybody know the range on a javelin? I think it reaches, right? Disadvantage.
It's gotta
I
reach
think
with
it's.
disadvantage.
I think it's 2060.
That sounds right.
Yeah, so he can just. I guess he can just.
It's 3120.
Oh, really?
Functionally the same, but you can move back if you want.
Yeah, he will scoot back just a little bit. He'll just jump in front of them right there, land in front of the tree, and he'll yeet javelin twice over at
Copy
Uchimama.
that.
They got shot. And he'll do that normal because
First one hits.
recklessly yeet.
Okay.
Recklessly.
Minus 10.
Plus 3 onto that.
Okay.
I didn't have his rage damage
Copy that.
check.
Hell yeah. This man is being riddled with attacks. Next we got ice troll number 1. He is going to leap to here and you notice that the fire behind you goes out as he gets close.
Oh, Lord. Does it get real cold?
It gets real cold if you're within 10 feet of him.
Wait.
Cold for me.
Half
Like, does it
cold.
affect
half cold
me?
for you
Okay,
technically?
half cold for me. Okay.
Man, I wish Martel had given us that cube.
Look,
He gets
gave
to
us words of
there.
advice and affirmations.
And
That's
then
all we could
he's-
expect.
He's going to bite at Tor.
That hits.
Okay, he's then going to claw twice.
Miss.
Like
I
this.
fired.
Miss.
I missed. So I fired
All right.
again.
You
Miss.
are gonna take
I'm gonna-
16 damage.
I'm not raging yet. It hasn't been my turn.
Half the cold.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna Stone's Endurance the piercing.
Okay.
So.
Can you Stone's Endurance
Uh,
just anything?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
But I didn't think I was actually gonna. Yeah, so I reduced 11 damage.
Yeah.
So that brings it down to
from
6. Wait, no, hold up.
other way
Brings it down to
around.
Yeah.
5 from 16.
No, it does. Does it only do the piercing? Or does it do all the damage? I thought it was all damage.
It is all damage, but I'm taking 23 and I'm reducing 11 of it. So I
Understood.
have 12 damage taken.
Yep, we're good.
But
we got there in the
I don't know however you want it. I don't know how you either one is half. No,
Yeah,
it's not
we
half.
got there in the
whatever
end.
one you want.
We're golden.
So
Got there in the end. All right, and then that's all he can do. We got Tor.
now
Instinctually move him back.
Yes, I'm just gonna rage and push him back a little bit. Grow big and recklessly swing on this guy since I know I don't even have to run.
You
gonna
will
pivot.
take 4 cold damage.
All right, I'm gonna pivot down.
Okay.
Sorry.
Like right. I just want to get in between him and everybody, which I know puts me in a more of a line, but they're trolls.
Hmm.
And then we're gonna swing with reckless abandon. Show Papa Tor how to use a weapon.
Those both hit. $21 twice.
Nice.
Anything else?
Ew. Scott, that's it.
Copy that. This ice troll. It's gonna jump to there. And then he has to action dash to there. Lawrence.
Cool. I'm gonna hex the one that's right in front of Tor. It'll affect strength checks, I guess. Fuck it,
Mhm.
why not? And then I'm going to shoot him with Eldritch Blast 3 times.
Copy that.
Fuck.
Those all hit.
Okay. And on the third one, I'm also going to try and use Repelling Blast.
Okay. I mean, it hits.
Oh, there's no
so
save, it just
Yeah, it
works?
just happens.
Okay, it did that thing where it took away my charisma mod again, so there should be an extra 15
Happens
damage in there.
every time we level.
Every time. I promise, it's not. I don't know why it's happening.
It just happens when you level because it resets the spell.
Okay.
You just gotta go back in and fix it every time.
Okay. I think
Uh,
it has it fixed now.
And he moves back 10. You said
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't realize they didn't get a save on that. That's kind of crazy.
it's gross. Like you can just like yo-yo people at warlocks.
Is it a? And you said it only works once though, right? So I can only push him 10 feet, not
Correct.
30.
Yes.
Is it once per creature, though?
It's once per turn. I'm making that ruling right now.
And then as my final maneuver, I'm gonna be a little pussy.
This is what I
And-
call the skedaddle.
Yeah, I'm gonna skedaddle
Pocket
back behind Roke because he's a nice thick meat shield, and there's also a tree.
Yeah, he is.
Copy that. Bubdub.
Bubdub does not like these things being near him, so he's going to actually dismount and he's gonna walk over a little bit. He's gonna have Plop move right up next to Papator. Plop is going to yell
Okay.
loudly,
Hell yeah.
viciously.
As one
Is
does.
it 15?
A 15
Is
just
it-
misses.
Damn it! And then him noticing that these are doing cold damage is going to try to heat them up. And he's gonna cast Firebolt on the one that Plop just tried to yell at.
Hell yeah.
30.
That absolutely hits.
Wonderful. 17 fire damage.
Hell yeah. You see he takes that. Does not take more than that, but he do be angry.
He dislikes it.
It
Yes.
stops the health regen.
Well, actually, Tor would know that. So
Huh? Oh, is
Wait,
that?
is that actually a thing?
I was just recording Skyrim.
it's a thing. Tor would know that.
Fair.
Wish I-
And that is the end of my turn.
Hell yes. I think Tuanoth would also know that. And he'd say, "Hit him with fire." This ice troll's gonna go. He's just going to action dash to there.
Oh, like that.
Rook.
Help.
You're gonna take
You had your chance to move, Nova.
8 cold damage unless you have some sort of resistance.
No.
When do I ever move? Let's be real.
It's true, I
Taking
couldn't
that off
come
of
near to you.
the temporary hit points from Lawrence.
You're
That's genuinely why I took Dimension Door again, Nova, is because you keep not moving out of the way of shit.
You should be fine. I don't worry about it.
Nova picks a spot in combat and stays.
That's my spot. It's my territory. I will
stay.
pee on it.
Get marked, nerd.
Please don't pee on my character to mark him.
Ew.
Wait,
no.
just I take the cold damage?
at the start of your turn, yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't realize it was my turn. That's my bad.
Evan's just expected to never go.
Yeah, that's kind of what. All right.
Yeah, buddy.
Where is the sword? I am going to attack twice with the omitter. I don't know why I was at advantage, but I guess that's both my rolls.
Yeah, first one just misses, second one hits.
All right. And I'm also going to bonus action shield bash to push this thing 5 feet away from August if possible.
Okay.
So I'm not knocking it prone, but I'm trying to push it backwards. So
how
yeah.
do you work? Athletics.
Yep. Man, I'm glad I rolled a 2 on that.
Oh, that was close.
He hangs out, but barely. He does take that 19 damage, though. Hot damn. Anything?
That's one of my best just flat rolls that I've had.
Right.
Proud of you, Devin. You're doing it.
Thank you.
The dice are
No,
dicing.
that'll be it.
All right. Adelaide's gonna look up. Yeah, sure, why not?
Which-
Sacred Flame, troll in front of everybody.
Sacrifice.
Or the one that Tor's been attacking. I'll be a little.
Seems like her.
It fails. Gross.
Oh my god, we traded.
Right? Everybody look relatively okay. Yeah, everyone's pretty good. Next we got the last troll, who's going to... You see some of the wounds from August's gun start to seal back up. And he action dashes to there.
In response, can I yell toward? Can you spread around that fire damage, maybe? And I also like a bubbed up when I say that, I suppose.
Dub Dub has his own plans right now.
Oh Lord. All right.
You gave me access to it, Dennis.
Yeah, that's fair. August, you are gonna take.
Ooh.
Hang on, I rolled the wrong dice.
Oh, you just made a triangle of
Oh,
fuckery.
it's the same. You're gonna take 13
meant to
cold
be.
damage.
Oh, it's again.
Yep. And then it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to forgot to set things up, but it's okay. Actually, they're the same. So I'm gonna drop Hunter's Mark. And during our little break, August was missing at some point because I forgot to post in there. And now they have magical fire bullets. Hooray!
Yay!
How convenient.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave Hunter's Mark on because it's the same number.
Okay.
But fuck it, I'll shoot at the same guy. Why not?
Hell yeah. What's the spell? I forgot.
It's
Flame arrows.
Yeah.
There it is. Thank you.
So flame bullets now.
Yep.
Bullets.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yes.
Damn.
Nice.
Just keep track because you got 12 bullets, which is probably
Yes.
this entire combat, but we'll see. Hell yeah. 20. 36. Takes that.
Yeah,
he cries out.
that's me
He
keeping
is
track.
now bloodied. Fair. All right.
Wait,
Anything
did you do
else?
the extra
Yeah.
D6 of?
Yeah,
the
that's
hunter's mark.
yeah,
Oh,
I
my
just
bad.
left it because it's the same. It's the same number,
You're good.
so I might as well just leave it on.
You're good. Anything else?
I don't want to get punched if I move. So guess what? I'm standing still.
Fair enough. 2
I'll get punched either way.
Sure, he takes cold damage,
Yes.
which is halved for.
7.
He can also stone's endurance, can he?
Yes.
Not that you want to
Should
do
be
that
able-
necessarily, but
Yeah.
It's in there.
7. Yeah. All right, and he is going to swing on the same one that is August is attacking.
Okay.
No, that's in range. He's gonna take out his great axe and swing away.
Hell yeah. Keep in mind, I don't know if I have it on there, but he also has Titan's Grip. I don't think I added your sword, but it's the same as Great Axe functionally, if you want to use it.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Oh yeah, you did offhand great axe.
Okay.
So
Those all hit. Okay.
for that bonus action, he will bring out the other great axe.
Hell yeah. Hell
Jeez.
yeah.
And he'll just stand his ground right here.
Perfect. size troll up here. I don't think he didn't. Let me make sure it's not radiant as well. It is not. You see his wounds kind of seal up a little bit. He's just going to walk back towards Tor and bite. This is an advantage. Oh my god.
Duality of troll.
Tuanoth is going to use his guardians on that crit.
Hell yeah. What does it do?
3d6 reduced damage.
Hell yeah.
My boy.
So 9 less. So we got 11
36.
and 12. So minus 12. 11 and 3 for 14. You take 7 damage.
Jeez.
And then it's going to claw at you twice. Second one. I need a con save.
Who is this?
You.
Me? Okay. I was reading.
You're good.
I can never roll good con saves, ever.
That is so
Ever.
funny.
You take the 7 and 6 for 13 on that one. And then you have disadvantage on your attack rolls, so your reckless will bring it to normal.
Till end of next turn. Got
Yep.
it.
And it is your turn.
Alrighty. Cool deal. So, seeing Papator whip out his second great axe, I will then split my sword into pieces. This is my last
Split-
resort.
Sword into pieces.
Yeah, I'll split it into two great swords, and then I will. So that one's been hit with fire. The one has been attacked. I'm gonna hit the one in front of me. I'm gonna swing on it.
This one?
Yeah, because that one's already been hit too, right? I hit it last time.
Mhm.
For that,
Okay, those both hit. Your first 2 attacks.
oh yeah, cool. But the second attack, I'm gonna swing on the one in front of Rogue.
Okay.
And
Thanks.
do that one. Yeah.
And this is minus 23.
Just going under the assumption that it's known that I would have done fire damage on my elemental cleaver.
Works for me. Alrighty. This one is going to he's just gonna go for 2 and off. And miss 3
Miss.
times.
Damn.
Lawrence.
Okay. Okay. First things first, I'm a realist. Drop down, I'm putting Hex. I'm gonna use my bonus action to put Hex on this bloody guy. And then I'm I have the power of God and anime on my side, so I'm dropping Flame Strike right here to hit them both in the ass cheeks.
Okay. What do?
yeah. Flame Strike
No. What save do I make?
Dex.
Copy that.
is Dex.
Copy
Hold
that.
on, I'm sorry, I'm clicking the button.
Fail.
I feel like you should describe this because this is kind of a cool thing for you to be doing.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, he's gonna. I think he would just look back with his big sick ass rifle into the air and kind of load basically a glowing bullet that he just conjures out of the air. And as it goes up, it just detonates like a flare in the sky and then comes crashing back down to earth right behind them. And then it goes.
Yeah.
And it's really cool and badass. And everyone clapped. And also that one dude took 4 necrotic damage too.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. Anything else?
now I am done.
All right. Bub Dub.
Okay, so Bub Dub is going to fire up his goggles. And you see kind of like cyborg style, like from X-Men, they start to like whir. And you lined them up for me, baby. I cast Chain Lightning.
Far too excited
Hell,
about this.
yes.
And you just see just this massive bolt of lightning shoot pretty much out of what would be his eyes as he just falls straight back onto his ass. And then jumps up afterwards and just goes, "Ugh!"
All right.
Deck saves.
Copy that.
Fail.
Fail.
Pass.
Fail. Fail. So it's top to bottom, left to right. He'll take the full 46. He will take half, so 23. He'll take the full 46. And you see this guy on the bottom, Marv from Home Alone. You see a skeleton for a moment. And he falls over. A scorched skeleton. This guy is not ready.
R.I.P.
Well, there's my one use of that for the day. However,
Can you do
totally
that?
worth it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Plop is going to be instructed to ribbit at the thing most near to him.
Hell
25.
yeah. That'll hit.
Awesome for 12 force damage.
Damn. That bloodies it.
No shit. That was full. That was full damage. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of my turn. Yeah, I end my turn.
Hell yeah. We got this troll who has been hit with fire damage. He's going to... Roke tried to move it, so he is gonna try to move him back by biting him.
Me no move. You no move.
Shielded.
Hell yeah. And then he goes kind of like a cross strike, like Wolverine with his claws.
One catches, the other is not.
Okay.
Why are we the X-Men?
You will take 19 damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw. You are good.
Okay.
Jesus, I really thought you said you were dead for a second, and
I also heard that, and I was like, wait, no.
10 more
That's still
cold
my best
damage.
friend.
Take another 10. Okay.
it's like I know his dice rolls are bad, but Jesus, Denny, that's insane.
Rocks fall.
That was a pretty good one. And I'm gonna try to hit him back with the emitter twice. Jesus. On the first one,
Yeah.
on the first one, I'm pretty displeased, so I'm gonna second level smite, and I'm also going to omit memory.
Hell yeah.
So there's that.
To me,
There's this. And
Hell
then
yeah.
here's that.
Copy. that.
That's psychic damage from the emitter.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
all that one does is extra damage, right? It's not.
Yeah.
Okay. As he kind of grabs his head, very confused as to what's happening.
I said move, and I'm going to try and do kinetic thunder on him.
Okay. Strength
and-
saving throw.
There shouldn't be any radiant damage on that, but
He fails.
and he flies back 20 feet.
Whoop.
And Roke is going to actually move himself to be a little bit more central to get his aura around everybody else. But now August has an opening to move, so objective completed.
Awesome.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Hell yeah. Adelaide is just gonna. If it's not broke, don't change it. Guiding bolt, the one in front of Tor.
guiding bolt to the.
It's gonna be 14 radiant, and it's now glowing. So the next attack on it will do advantage. Everybody's still looking all right. Yeah. August.
I will take my chance to move, actually. But where? Yeah, it's probably fine. No. No. There. Okay.
Technically
I
possessed.
will. I'll go for top boy.
Hell yeah. Hit. Damn. He rears back. He is very confused as to what's happening. He got pushed. His brain hurts.
I'm also
That-
gonna flip him off.
He does not know what that means.
I don't care. It makes me feel good.
Hell yeah. 2 and off.
Chewing off, being the old school guy he is gonna run around and flank this guy, and then he's gonna take 3 reckless attacks. at
He will take some damage.
Pow.
They all hit.
A pow.
His D12 is not nearly as fun as your D12. All right. 16, 22, 25, 34.
Well, I'm rolling 2d6s, so mine's
Oh,
consistent.
average higher. Yeah.
Yeah, average higher. His is
Save or
Kinwombo.
suck. Yeah. Alrighty. He'll do that. And this is now another confused. He's being flanked by a small metal thing. He doesn't know what's happening.
Thought you was a toad.
It was a fatty.
They turned you into a
You're
toad.
into a toad. It's not every day you can whip out a brother rare out there.
It's so good. I love that movie so much. I gotta make a one.
I broke that in. I broke that out in
Chemicals
karaoke
Hell yes.
2 weekends ago.
Hell yes.
are freaking toads, gay.
This troll is he's just gonna, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. On tour. Oh.
Damn.
Yeah, those hit.
What?
Alright. So for 4 and 5, for 9, then
I'm gonna Stone's Endurance on this one.
okay. 21, so 10 and 9, 19.
Minus 14 to the total.
Okay, let me redo that again. 20. My brain is so broken. 9. So 4 and 9 for 13. And then 5 and 4 for another 9.
Got it.
And then it is.
Do
Oh,
do I need a
I
con
do
save
need the
again?
saves. Yeah. Just one. You're good. Now you're up.
Wasted my crit. Well, Papator also swung 3 times, so I can't be shown up. So I'm gonna recklessly swing on this guy. I know he's already at advantage. I don't know if he's been hit yet, but
Okay.
just all my attacks are. So I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna swing twice on this guy, and then send the third one into the, just yeet it into the face of this guy.
Hell yeah.
The first guy takes that amount,
Okay.
and then the
he is dead with a sword in his forehead.
nice. And so the other sword in my hand, I just yeet it at the top guy, and I'm gonna put a strike on this one just because I can.
Hell yeah. He too has a sword in his forehead.
Nice.
Anything else?
I'm just gonna hold up 2 fingers to Tuanoth.
Hell yeah.
It only counts as one.
Troll is confused.
I think Rook at this point is going to say, "Why do things never run away in situations like this?"
That's exactly what I'm figuring out. To be fair, they just thought they had an advantage, and then everything died in the same turn.
Yeah.
So I'll do a nice little wisdom save or wisdom check. 12. Yeah. He just like looks at you guys, puts his hands up, and walks. Tries to action dash to there.
Oh, poor thing. I am very tempted to shoot him
do
in
we
the back.
do we want to? Because he has to pass through my range.
Yeah, he's
And
passing
Sam's
through
range.
you, Frog, and Tuanoth.
Oh, yeah,
poor
he's
buddy.
dead.
Frog
Poor buddy.
Frog is based off of movement. He already fucking screeched.
It's
Just
just
like
a
a
frog
dinosaur that
hurts.
way.
Oh
Did
my
6 force
goodness.
damage too. Don't know
Hell
how
yeah,
much that
alright.
is.
Oh.
Jesus
Jesus.
Christ.
He's
Holy
already
shit.
dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's still kicking.
Wow.
Nope. That. How does Tuanoth want to do this?
It probably tore into Tuanoth because he's both in the middle of us. He goes low and I go high, and we just flip this dude to the sky.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I like the rhyme.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's good.
The frog
Um,
just his damage is literally just
Yeah.
spitting, like
Well,
yelling at
The-
the pieces in both directions.
the troll is flipping, and then the frog yells, and the force pushes it into the tree, and it just splats and slides down. It's just-
Hell yes. That is exactly what happens. Let's see here.
I love that for us.
We're probably gonna do some healing here. Let me just.
We could just take an hour since we still got camp set up.
You
That's
guys
true.
Just woke up. I mean,
That
you
is
can
also
if you
true.
want, but
We just woke up
I'm
to a
fine.
fight.
yeah.
I can still make breakfast.
Oh,
Take an hour.
I may not have moved, but I took 2 damage.
Oh man.
I got hit.
I didn't take any damage. I did the damage. I
That's
am.
why we
the
love our
danger.
frog.
Hell yeah. I will say. You are gonna all get a heal just to help with everything out. Gross. Gross,
Music
gross,
is
gross,
freezing.
gross, gross, gross. I love this spell, but I hate this spell.
Jesus.
Ah!
Or if I
Oh,
Is
is
that
that?
healing
Never
spirit?
mind.
Aura Vitality.
Yep.
Oh,
He hates it because that's the only healing that our paladins use in the other campaign. And then he has to dish out all of the. He has to section it off.
Okay,
It's
so
very
those are the numbers we
entertaining.
got. Tor, you're gonna get
I'm missing,
39
like-
of that.
Yeah.
So the 12, the 11, the 5, and the 11 are off the board. We still got a 4, 2 8s, 2 7s, and a 6.
I'm down 26 right now, past the temp HP.
Take 21,
21? Jesus.
and you might still get more, but we still have a 4, 8, and a 7.
Yeah, Tuanoth's down 22.
All right, that goes to enough.
Is
4,
what,
8, 7.
19?
Yes.
Oh, the tanks are tanking.
Tanks are tanking. All right.
2 is an actual tank. I'm just I'm just a big target.
Let me clear turns. Let me do this. Let me do that. But yeah. What's the play?
Do we still want to take an hour for nothing else for Beetle to get his flames, or Lawrence to get a flame strike back, or are we ready to move on?
I don't care. I still have one spell slot left, and I'm concentrating on Hex for the foreseeable future. So I'm good.
Alrighty.
Back up camp and head on out. Because how far away? Mythborough is pretty far away. It's like what, 4-day journey?
I will say, this is actually a good moment. So you say that Mythborough is still pretty far, and then Tuanoth is going to speak up and say, "Can you, before we go for the big fight, can you take me there, Tor? What I built and could never see."
Yeah, we can go. It's on the way.
Hell yes. So I'm gonna need a survival check at advantage from Tor.
May I give him guidance?
Yes.
All right.
What are you drinking there, Dennis? Is that just bullet?
Yes.
Nice.
I'm making an old fashioned, but
Ah. Ooh.
hell yeah.
Spicy.
Hell yeah. With a 26 survival check. Okay, I will say because of our time press nature, I was going to add a fight. So I had an idea. If you guys think it's fun, if not, we can just completely skip it. Roll some luck checks, and after that, maybe subtract some health, a couple spell slots, depending on the luck check. If not, we can skip it. Like, if this doesn't sound fun, but
Sounds interesting.
If there's not an actual fight,
there's not gonna. We're skipping a fight regardless. That was supposed to be here, but
okay. Well, I don't want to lose health to a fight we don't have.
I mean, in the narrative, it would have happened, right? We're just expediting it with luck checks.
Okay.
But again, if it doesn't sound fun, we're not. I'm
down
explaining.
for it. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm also fine with that.
All right,
We
2
all
yays,
rolling
1 nay.
D20s.
It can be whatever kind of luck check. It can be D100 high or low. It can be a flat D20, flat D100, with high being the best. Just whatever you
Are
want.
we each rolling these luck checks?
Yep.
Oh god.
Tab's immediately out based on the fact that Rogue has not rolled poorly yet.
No, he's already rolled a natural one, but you know.
No,
So we'll
you
start,
got it out.
We'll start with you, Austin, as you are top of my video board.
Fuck it. I should have said high or low, but
That's fine.
It's
an
a
auto
64.
high. Yeah. All right. We'll get them all in before I do anything else. Next is CJ.
Whoa.
Heineken or Michelob.
First one.
Oh.
Hey, hell yeah. Dev.
Right.
Did you say anything? Or
No,
was
I
it just
didn't.
auto
So
high?
it's
Okay.
auto high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colby.
Oh, we rolling high today.
Damn.
What
All
the
right.
balls? Duality,
This-
man.
This is everything encapsulated.
That's incredible.
I haven't seen the roll yet. However, I already know it's in the 90s.
It's
Yep.
a 98.
98 to a 4.
Art. Wait, no, he's not playing. August.
Me. Low.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, let's go.
All right. So,
Okay.
you guys all rolled very well except Broke. So,
What a surprise.
You rolled
what I was-
incredibly
what I
bad.
was going to do is an aggregate. So, you're not bound to your specific roll.
Fight's a group effort.
Yeah. So, you guys are all going to be down 20 HP
Okay.
and expend 1 high and 1 low spell slot. You don't have to, CJ, because Warlock.
Okay.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
Temp HP helps.
Right. How much is that?
11.
Okay.
It's 11 these days, but some of us didn't have that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I was asking for Adelaide reasons.
What was the fight?
It was just a shit ton of, I think they're called Perytons.
Oh, the like
deer, the
bird-
deer things.
The
Yeah.
bird things?
Bird deers.
with birds with antlers.
Yeah, and one of them was a larger one, an alpha, one could say.
Gross.
Gotta respect it.
RT.
No!
RTA.
Oh god.
August
Man.
is jealous of them.
Why does it have the tattoo that says Rexington Toy Authority? That's strange.
That's gonna be my next tattoo. Is just gonna say RTA on it, and I'm not. I'm gonna put it in a spot that nobody sees it. And then the one time somebody asks,
Why do you have a transcend that says RTA?
Why does it say RTA inside of your belly button?
it's gonna be a
I was-
lip tattoo.
I was gonna be the worst and just say put it around your hole.
Sounds painful.
Who's gonna look there? Who's gonna look there?
You can respect that.
You don't know what I meant. No, I'm just joking. You made it weird. I made it weirder.
All right.
I respect it.
Well,
The ass.
with the flying bird encounter underway and done, it takes until about nightfall until you find I don't know how to pronounce this, but Kvikindi?
Vindi?
Vindi?
Can you spell it?
Yeah.
Or-
Vindi
K
Vici.
Kvindi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vic
me-
Hindi.
Let me make sure I'm not adding a K that doesn't exist. I'm not. Okay.
Vic Hindi.
Kindi.
I was gonna move maps and then I accidentally hit Colby's lore document on my Roll20 page, so give me a second.
That'll take a while to get through all of Colby's lore.
This one isn't as much as I had for Jessup.
This is fair.
You also
Alright.
asked me to build a town for Jessup.
I did.
Ooh.
Hang on.
That's neat.
Heck, you do have a thing. What?
I was just making noises.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
The wind picks up first. Not harsh, but enough to whisper through the pines like breath against skin. The clouds above, thick and pewter gray, begin to open. Not with thunder or rain like you're used to, but with the first soft flurries of snow. They begin first gently and then pick up and pick up and pick up. As if a squall coming off a lake. The crunch of boots over frostbitten earth is followed into silence as you now see smoke-stained ruins peeking through the thinning trees ahead. Skeletal outlines of long abandoned shelters now softened by white. A wooden totem lies cracked beside the trail, half buried in snow, its carvings worn, a Goliath symbol perhaps, or maybe something older. Animal tracks, long frozen, scatter across the outskirts. A broken gate creaks in the breeze. There's no warmth here. Not even ghosts have hearth fires. Only the steady hush of falling snow, layering memory over ruin. Then Tor sees it, right where he left it. Pattern of stones, slope of the main hall's roof, collapsed arch over what was once a central fire pit and a hunting lodge. This is it. This is the village you were born in. the last resting place of the community. And then we don't only have a scene. Took some liberties with the map.
We have a town.
Hard to find a good one. It is much more dilapidated. As if it's been empty for how old store?
Towards what, 22, 23, something like that?
Like 12,
It's been a
13
year in
years.
campaign.
Yeah. It's like for 12, 13 years this has been abandoned.
He's having a Gears of War 2 moment when Dom finds Maria,
Oh
seeing
god.
it as it
Stop.
was.
You don't speak of this. I'm going to delete the snow because my stream hates it.
Thank you.
Um,
Austin also hated it.
but you guys are free to act as you are at the gates of Or's hometown.
Want some time alone with your father?
We shouldn't split up, but
You can keep a little distance if you want, if it's important to you.
I mainly want to show two bumping.
Unfortunately, the beats go too hard.
Y'all are family too. Y'all can come on. But I want to see the hall first.
All right.
I'm gonna
Is
walk up next to Tor and just drop a hand on his shoulder and give it a squeeze. You do whatever you want, pal.
So you guys are walking through the streets towards this central building, or what's left of it. Austin, you're always looking
Yes.
around for stuff. Can you make me a perception check?
Absolutely.
Go fuck yourselves. I want to roll a net
all of them?
20.
I don't want to hear it.
Bub Dub looks up into the sky. Who are these people watching me?
You see a man in New Jersey listening in. So, that's big. Because that was a very high DC, because there's very much so a lot of snow here. You're looking as you guys are walking through, and all of a sudden, like, you flip your goggles down, hit the zoom function, and just run over to a snow pile. You guys see Bub Dub just dive into a snow pile. You come back holding a gear.
Swear to fucking God. Is it stamped
Yep.
in any way, shape, or form? Are the initials GD on it?
I'm gonna be real. Didn't expect this to happen, so I didn't write it down or look it back up. But it's whatever it would have been recently, but not super recently. I know we did a little.
I'm
there's
trying
a
to remember.
timeline.
Yes, there's a timeline. So I'm trying to find, because I had them in the bag. So the
Recently-
timeline, some were stamped GD, some were stamped GD in red, and then some were stamped with the red moon.
This would be Moon.
This would be moon.
Yeah, if we're going off that scale, this would be Moon.
I was about to say, so the furthest to bad.
The furthest iteration, yeah.
And with a 31 and a nat 20, you also find something else in the snowbank. It's a
a
worn
gnome.
shield with a symbol of one Castius Dyer.
Motherfucker. Guys,
I-
we got a problem, I think.
I got a cold.
Yeah, me too. I shake and just like a dog.
Chief, are either of those? Do they have divination magic on them like previous ones?
I don't know. Can I take a look and see if I can
Yeah, quick
check and see
identify
if
spell would find divination. There's nothing.
there's nothing?
These,
Okay.
These are
so
old. They've been here for a while. There's no magic on either. The shield just seems to be a normal foot soldier's shield. Perhaps one, like a merchant army or something like that. As the outside markings don't quite match the inside as far as, like, iconography goes. And then the gear, you can tell it was part of a larger thing, and there are scorch marks on it as well.
Define larger, just out of curiosity. Is it like Tor's hand large or like Bubdub's hand?
The gear is
Or
like Tor's hand large, but you can tell just like with the nat 20, like you're
Yeah.
like visualizing what this might have been. This was some sort of siege weapon.
Oh fuck. Yeah. So Tor, when was the last time you were here?
10, 12 years ago.
Were
12 years
you
ago?
here when everyone was pushed out?
Mm-hmm. I ran. There was fire everywhere.
Only thing you really can do in that situation.
My grandma tucked me like a goat ball and ran.
Sounds like a brave kind of lady.
I'm so sorry.
So these were here at the same time? These are from the same. How old? Can you tell how old?
With a nat 20, it was, you get a range, but that range is pretty telling. 10 to 15 years ago.
I think these might have been from the attack.
I'm not sure if everybody here has seen the family crest or not, but Roke will point to it and just give an apologetic look.
The will didn't bring us together for randomly.
Sure, some fate deity just grabbing threads.
This will do. This will do.
Lawrence just kind of shifts uncomfortably, thinking about his possible connection to this, and all he can think about is the last time he stood in a town that was on fire.
That's literally what I was gonna ask about. Without drawing attention to it.
I'm uncomfortable with the energy we've created in the burnt out town.
Or do you know why they may have wanted to do this? I can think of one reason for him gesturing to the shield, but not necessarily Dazzle Branch.
I have no idea. I was a kid. I just wanted to hunt stuff.
We'll say
Sometimes.
Nebby's gonna kind of chirp in your ear. What was the last thing the Skywatcher told you, Tor?
run. I'm trying to remember.
I can tell you if you want.
Yes.
Okay. She told you. Do you remember the herd movements? Do you remember the dangers? Run. This is not your fight yet. And then, there's more actually. Do not forget where you came from. Live! No, I'm kidding. Just
Live!
Um,
I see it.
Oh,
Did Nebby chirp that?
no. Nebby just chirped for whatever
Okay.
reason.
Just strikes up a memory. Chirps sound like my grandma talking to me. No, we tended the herds. I just relay what my grandma told me when she told me to run. I'm still
Forget-
just like trying to make sense of it all.
Forgive me if you've already said it, but did you? I'm asking this out of character right now. Did you already tell us what happened to Tor's grandmother?
Me or him?
Him, because if you did, like in character, that's not something that I would forget about.
Fair.
I mean, I don't know what. I told everybody the story of my grandma saved me from the village, but I don't know what happened to her.
You separated.
She ran back in to help Mom.
Brave sort of lady.
She was Tuanath's mom, but she was a spiritual leader of the village. She wasn't gonna leave anyone behind.
See, I don't
And
think
Mom ran the lodge. She was in charge of all the defenses and everything.
So we check there next.
She said, "Don't forget where you came from." Lodge was as much as home as I had, so worth a look.
I'm gonna Adelaide side eye Tuanath and see how he's reacting to all this.
He is quiet, listening, and looks like he just got punched in the stomach 87 times.
Well, or
You can make an insight check if you want. They're
Sure.
Roke. With a 24 insight, this is the look of a man who thinks this is all his fault.
I'll hold off on saying anything to him for now. We're not done yet. Plus, he's got someone else to listen to.
All right. So do you just go straight for the lodge?
Yeah, I mean, unless there's anything interesting besides just burn down buildings along the way.
No. I mean, nobody's been here since that night, from what you can tell. You can imagine there's still probably, there's more things buried under the snow, like, more bodies, more siege weapons, more things from that night, but nothing visible above this 13 years of snow.
Right.
Unkempt snow.
Yeah, you're just making out the shapes of like tops of houses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned something, though. My father's alliance with Dazzle Branch goes back a lot later than I expected. At least 13 years.
That shield. You said it was like just like a foot soldier shield.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing fancy.
So could this have been before he became a lord, or before?
No, he was a lord for a while, but I would have been 9 when this happened to you. He's been a lord for a long time. He's always had a family manor. It's just that he was the second born until a few years before my birth, when his family succumbed to the frigid woe. I didn't know that until a few years ago.
Hey, Gore. I don't want to be a doomsayer or what have you, but there might be something in that lodge that you may not want to see.
I don't think at this point it's about want anymore. I think we need to see what's in that lodge.
Okay.
You know, my mom was a lady. Like that, she would have left us something, some clue. She wouldn't have gone down without a fight.
Stone didn't fall far from the mountain.
Are you saying towards a lady?
He's
I
saying
make a
towards
damn
pretty
fine lady.
Very pretty. I mean, have you seen his pecs?
That's
Yeah.
true.
You can't objectify him like that.
Poor,
Watch one.
poor Tuanoth having to deal with this being said.
Oh no, I got that. I'm way ahead of you.
Oh no.
Two enough just realize that we're true friends. Okay.
Yeah. I said ye. It's supposed to be I.
Yeah.
Wipes a tear from his yee.
Yeah.
Yee.
um.
From his yeet.
All right. It's easy to find. You know exactly where it is. You approach the hunting lodge. This is another map. Again, very hard to find good snow maps, but this is pretty good for what it was.
Yeah.
Hey.
The town
There's-
is pretty much.
You first.
Okay. I was gonna say it's very much just like I don't know, almost tents like yurts, I guess.
Mhm.
They were all the giants and the glass were all nomads before they came together for this, so they didn't really know how to make a town.
Mm-hmm. And even this town was quote unquote only, but 10 years old ish.
Yeah.
So there's no food on the tables, at least that is still alive. It might be frozen. The fire is not on. There's definitely not a dragon head in the back room. Nor are there, beasts of burden outside. But this is the maps I did put there, though. That's to represent the
table.
The table.
As we're approaching the lodge, I'll just recap like or just tell that story like about how like when the town was being founded, my mom founded the lodge, which they the Kavindi means shepherd of the hunt, and they managed all the herds of all the animals on the mountain, hunted them, hunted the predators, kept them safe. Um, Basically, just like a monster hunter lodge. Everything operated out of here. The table is a like carved scale replica of the mountain we're on, and
That's-
they have pieces like chess pieces that represent all the herds and the size of the herds and everything. So you see like population numbers, everything, where they're located out on the mountain at that time, and they tracked all their movements on this giant table.
Right. As you enter this lodge, is that where you're focusing your attention?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will say one thing rings true in your head. Remember the herd movements. Remember the dangers. This is not your fight yet. As you're wiping away the ash and frost from this warped old map table that has since been cleaved in two, your finger feels like a notch on the underside.
Secret tunnel. Does it like depress? Can you press it, or is it something you pull
No,
out?
It almost feels like writing scratched into the table.
On the underside
Yep.
of the table? You know, I got that paper and crayon on me. Can I make a rubbing of it and see what it says anything?
Absolutely.
Fucking crayon.
He eats them.
You
It's every game we play in D&D, I have paper and crayons.
honestly, same. It's so useful. Yeah. You see, it's sort of, you get like 1.5 sort of statements, and then you kind of realize that it's much bigger. There's much more writing than you thought there was. So you get it all, or you flip it over, whichever you'd rather.
Yeah.
And you see the paper actually has a little bit of like dried blood on it, from where you rubbed on it. But it says a few things. Herds drift where no forage thrives. Predators absent, yet no balance returns. Red light seen in deep fog, unnatural. Old burrow breathes, ice exhales. Chains in the deep, older than bone. Song in the stone, not sung by kin. Not your fight yet. Even after 13 years, the message is endure. Etched with a hot blade and seared deep with purpose in her own blood, you recognize these markings. Athana's shorthand. Her last skywatch.
Fucking music.
This one was on purpose.
We know. We
I know.
can tell.
And I'll give you this. She left this not as prophecy, but as preparation. For something only her grandson might be able to read.
God, too bad her grandson's a fucking idiot.
It's true. But we love him anyway.
I turned the radio up too much.
Unfortunately, it whips, sire.
But I'm old, and I turned the radio down to focus better in the dark. Yeah, I would have flipped the table over.
Mm-hmm.
I would read this aloud to uh, everyone so they can help me do it. Can I actually? I mean, I will make note of it all, but I want to flip the table back and I want to like just visualize the herds where they
Yeah.
were.
So
Where
you actually can, because as you flipped it, only certain things stayed, and all the other like pieces like went flying. Ones that were left. There's a circle of predators around Mythborough.
That seems like a really good non-ominous sign.
You can make a nature check if you'd like, Colby.
yeah, I was also trying. Herds drift for no forge. Oh, okay.
Am I able to guide that?
It's kind of off the cuff,
Gotcha.
unfortunately.
Gotta
Too bad
ask.
I'm freaking awesome at nature.
You were
13.
at advantage, so.
Oh, okay.
With a 16, predators don't just not go somewhere unless it's something there that's going to kill them.
Right. Well, we know there's a dragon there now.
Mm-hmm.
Did your people
they
know
were-
at the time?
What'd you say?
I mean, dragons were. We minded herds for 10 years on this mountain and never kept track of a dragon. I look
Maybe
at the stack of minis on the wall and there's no dragon mini.
Maybe it was slumbering.
Maybe someone woke it up.
I look to the script, or rather, I think back to the script that he read out about Mythbro breathing and exhaling ice. Sounds like your Skywatcher had an idea, though, about it.
They also mentioned chains in the deep. What was the chains in the deep line?
Chains in the deep, older than bone.
Old-
So, could that possibly be one of the
Your-
chains, like one of the
Your
anchors?
chains.
In Mythboro,
Why not?
that would be that'd certainly be a protected location.
He was waiting for a donkey.
An ominous red light in the fog. You don't think that's Ruidus?
Or it could be a Dazzle Branch special siege weapon.
That could.
Porque no los dos.
This is true.
I didn't know you spoke Marquesian.
This has been established since like the 5th day we met.
I wasn't prepared for that. God damn it.
I fully read that thing that was in Marquesian about Pedro Pascal.
This is true.
So, but I'm wondering why they're at Mythborough now. Whenever they knew.
Think they'd be allowed to leave if they were already employed in a dragon's service?
Oh, fuck. I'm an idiot and made a note on top of my notes. There's one more thing in there. It says, a crest of blood.
A crest of blood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm inclined to believe one of two things with that. Either like a crescent moon being red, but normally it's full. I'm more inclined to believe that the family crest, and this might just be my personal bias, family crest of a, although underground, infamous blood trader.
I will say this isn't the first time I've said those words.
A crest of blood. Does anybody remember that?
Can I make a history check and see if I do remember it?
I don't know if they told you, Bub Dub.
Oh, then never mind. Not my problem. Sorry.
CJ,
Yes.
can you make a history check?
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I love it when this happens when we're talking about spooky shit. Can I add a d12 to that?
Yes. With a
14 is not terrible.
No, it's not. Especially because you're the one I told it to. You were asked to carve a crest of blood in Jordan.
Oh, fuck. Crest of blood. Mm,
Well, you did,
I
I
hate-
should say.
I hate to say it, Tor, but that might have been your people. When I,
Was under different management.
when I burned Joran to the ground, I was doing so under the order to carve a crest of blood. One must note the similar circumstances here.
There was fire. There was screaming. There was a new town made fairly close to that town from the survivors under management of people
Do you think
close to the source.
Do you think that they could have their fingers in the pie of your new place?
I mean, not everybody in New Jordan was bad, right?
No,
Most
but
weren't.
there was certainly a contingency of them that were rather disagreeable. I'm just saying, if that's something we might have to keep aware of if we're heading into the new town. They might have eyes that are of the unfriendly type.
As I understand it, I look at Torrentune, neither of you were necessarily the most welcome of your kin.
Big head shake from Two and Off.
Yeah. He wasn't he wasn't allowed back, and I was the only half giant.
Why? And I'm sorry if this has been said and I forgot. Why was Tuinoth exiled?
Because I succeeded.
Ian,
Cryptic.
Bending the knee.
elaborate.
Well,
And
we were not doing so well, and we needed to merge, as my spiritual journey told us. So we merged with the Frost Giants, my half kin.
And then what?
I got
Elias
exiled.
thought it was a sign of weakness. Exiled him.
Well, if the merge was successful, then why did you get exiled?
Because I'm the one that showed weakness.
Well, that don't make no sense.
Few things do in this world, Lawrence.
Well, yeah, but that's like extra stupid. Cause like
Don't
I don't
Well,
see how
not
it's
the worst thing
weakness
that
to
ever-
I don't see how it's weak
You.
to
I don't go
successfully-
fucking with your heritage, all right? Calm the fuck down.
Easy killer.
He just walks out.
Probably a big day for everybody here.
How
But
long do
no,
you
the
want to
truck.
stay?
Judging from the map, Mythborough is still the distance that we traveled from Uthadern to here, away again, correct?
Yes.
If I remember the map right.
Though it is
So
a
we should-
tall enough mountain that you can see it if you step outside.
May I-
Probably a good place to overnight.
All right. Do you mind if I check on your father? And he might feel less guilty, and you know.
Yeah. That's it's not his fault. Everyone knew he did the right thing. They just needed a fall guy.
Roke kind of stands stiffly, almost like he's gonna hug Tor, but kind of shifts out of it. It doesn't feel right, but what he does do is say, "Thank you for calling us family. Especially here, it means a lot." Turns and goes after Tuinoff.
I think he wanted a hug.
You see Tuinoff not too far away. He's just kind of staring out at the tallest mountain in the mountain range, Mythborough.
Roke's gonna just kind of clink up next to him, and for a few minutes probably just stare with him, bundling himself against the cold until he breaks the silence by saying, "Your sacrifice is hard but appreciated. Sorry about Lawrence. He didn't mean to offend."
Nah. Shit happens. I'm all riled up. Who knows what would have happened if I didn't touch that fucking rock and end up a million miles away.
As much as I hate to admit it, I think that was also meant to happen. I'm believing less and less in free will. Maybe more like it's putting rocks in a stream. You change the flow, but not the direction. Maybe you're always meant to go there.
Maybe. Maybe not. My people have a funny view on free will and destiny. Similar to what you kind of laid out there, but a bit more on the free will side of things. But that said, we do go on spiritual journeys, have jobs given to us by what tattoos we are born with.
Unless your people grow and accumulate more, like your son.
Yeah, that's new.
He really is quite special, then.
Best thing I ever did.
Are you ready for what we find there? Just looking at Mythborough.
Almost never, but that ain't gonna change nothing.
Do you have any hopes? I won't tell.
I think I'd like to see Tor's mom again.
So you know, we've decided we're gonna stay the night.
Alright. Fine by me. Feels like home anyways. Some sick approximation of it at least.
It looks like it was beautiful once.
I'm sure it was. Still is in its own morbid way. Look at this. And he kind of looks at all, like, the yurts and the some larger buildings, like, lining this canyon. Who would have thought? Goliaths and giants building together.
Can you do me a favor?
Depends on what it is, but probably.
It's just a simple one. Can you draw the rune for home in the snow?
He will do that.
Thanks. See you back inside. Rogue's gonna move off to the side and, of course, start ritually casting Skywrite.
I was hoping you'd do that. As the clouds
makes me
begin
nervous.
to move to show this rune for home, you see flying in very quickly from the west a large ancient white dragon flying towards the mountain.
Everyone!
Nope, towards the mountain. You're good.
Oh,
It's in the distance.
Oh, I didn't like that.
You see it get close and sort of do a circle around the top. And then you see a massive green flash as it begins to fall from the sky and tumbles down the mountain.
I stand by what I said. Everyone!
Well,
You hear it before, or a little bit after you see it. It is just arcane crackling, similar to if Bub Dubs or Adelaide or Beetle gets off like a particularly hefty spell.
Does it look like the sort of green flash that I once saw Montreux deflect or something like that?
Similar,
Some-
but much, much larger. And that is where we'll come back next week.
Oh my god.
I'm concerned. I need an adult.
Thanks for hanging, y'all, whoever's on the stream. Let me end this real quick. Bye-bye.